Quick agenda for the Clay training part one. I am going to walk you through a short project to create personalized messaging at scale. And so while you're doing this, you're going to learn how to find target companies, find target people at those companies. You're going to learn how to use their waterfall data enrichments. You'll learn how to use and understand how to use their AI prompts, use the different models, and a little bit on how the credits work. And then you'll use their AI agent called Claygent to learn more about those people that we're targeting. And then lastly, you'll create a personalized sentence for each one of the people so that you can create personalized emails at scale. Hope you enjoy. For part one of the training, I'm going to walk you through a project to create personalized messaging at scale. And if you're brand new to Clay, this is a good project to start to understand some of the basic features. And so I'm going to walk through how to find companies that you want to target, how to find the people at those companies. Once you have the people, how to find their email addresses and validate those email addresses with zero bounce. I'm going to show you how the waterfall enrichment works. And after we have the email addresses, then I'm going to show you how to use their AI agent called Claygent to find information about those companies and then use that information to create one personalized sentence that's unique for every company. And so this is what the table is going to look like when we're done. I'm going to show you starting from scratch. So just so you know what we're working towards here, I'm going to go hop over to a blank table and show you how to get all this data. So the first thing we're going to do is find some companies that we want to target. So to do that, we are going to go to create new and create new table. And then we're going to go to find companies. All right, on the left-hand side here, it gives us a bunch of different filters. And so, one use case I use for go-to-market with AI is if I'm looking for potential sponsors. And so I run, an AI newsletter. And so I'm looking for artificial intelligence companies that may want to get their brand out there. So I'm going to do software development, and I want to include keyword artificial intelligence. And they have other filters you can use. I'm going to say I want to find them in the United States, and I'll click on preview companies. And here it lets me just preview, see, first glance, some of these companies look like Workday. I think that's probably a little bit too big. So I'm gonna go back and use the employee filter. I'm gonna say I want to target around between 50 and 500. I think is kind of an ideal size. So I'm going to click on preview companies again. And now I have a list of 351. And just looking at these descriptions, I can see the types of companies they are. And I think this looks perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and click on import. And I'm going to say click import to new table. And then it's going to give you this option here. And basically it will, if you want to just extract data right away when you're importing, then they give you some options to do that. I always like to just continue for free, take a look at the list, and then we add the enrichments there. But this is definitely an option. But for now, we're going to go continue for free. And so here you can see they are updating in the background here, and now we have all the companies. And so now I have the companies I want to target. The next thing that I want to do is find the people at these companies that I want to target. And so they make it pretty easy to do that. You go to actions, and then we just click on find people at these companies. And then you get the same types of filters. So I'm going to filter by job title. And depending on what you're searching for, they give you a bunch of different options. I'm going to use the keyword search here and just say I'm looking for founders. Founder, owner, founder, perfect. And then I'm going to say I'm looking for marketing in the title. And I'm going to click on preview just like we did for the companies. And now we have 732 results, which is great. I think I'm going to add one more thing here, and that is location. We're looking for the people in the United States. And then I am going to click import to new table. And same thing, just going to continue for free. And then it loads all of these people. And so now I found the companies I want to target. I found the people I want to target. And next, I'm going to walk through how we're going to get their email addresses, because right now we just have their LinkedIn profiles and title, first name, last name. But in order to reach out to them on email, we need their email addresses. And so how you do that in Clay is through their enrichment. So we're going to go where it says add column, click on add enrichment. And we are going to find work email. And so I'm going to click on enterprise. And so this is how, so Clay has partnerships with all these different data providers, and you could just run it on one of them. But what's nice is that you get the option to use all of them, and you only use credits if they find the person that you're looking for. And so I'm interested to know why, they order them like this. But for me, I always like to put the one with the least amount of credits first. And the reason for that is that how the waterfall works is that it's going to try this one first. And then if they don't find them, they're going to try this one first. And then if they don't find them, and so on and so on. And so I always put the cheaper ones first. That way we don't use credits if we don't need to. I'm going to do save and don't run in this case. Usually what I'll do is run on 10 rows, but for now, I'm just going to do save and don't run. And I'm just going to run them individually here. And so you can see it creates all of these columns. And so I haven't run them yet, but how it works is here, I'll go ahead and run it. So we're going to click on play, and it's just going to run that row for me. And it's nice. So I found it the first try, which is great. Let's run one more. Great, found it as well. And just one other thing that is, it's not shown here, but if we go to columns, and then they have the zero bounce enrichment that runs in the background. And so I'm just going to show you that, because if you're sending emails to people, you're going to want to make sure that it's run through zero bounce just to make sure they're valid emails. And so it costs 1 credit each, but it's worth it for your deliverability. And so finds the email and then uses the zero bounce integration to validate that email. And so in this case, we didn't even need to run any of these, but they're nice. It's nice to have because one data provider might not have all of the emails that you're looking for. And so it gives you the benefit of having all of them. And so now we have the people that we want to target. And so next we are going to create personalized messaging that we can send to them. And so what we're going to do is look at this company domain that we have here and use their AI agent to visit their website and find out what problem they solve for their customer, so that when we reach out to them and write this messaging, we can personalize it based on that. And so we're going to go all the way to the right. We're going to click on add enrichment, and we are going to move my video back over here. We are going to go to Clayagent. And click here. And so what is cool about Clay is you get a lot of different integrations. You also get access to a bunch of different AI models. And so here they have their own in-house models. You can use OpenAI, you can use Anthropic. Again, worth looking at the amount of credits. I haven't done too much comparison on what you should use for which, but for what we're using, I usually use their internal one with the lowest credits, which is Helium. And now we are going to build the prompt to find out more about each of these companies so we can create unique messaging for each one. And so Clay has this really helpful feature if you're not an expert in AI prompting. If you click on Help Me here, you can, in natural language, describe what you're looking for, and then it will create a prompt that you can use for what you're doing. And so it's called meta prompting. You're basically using AI to create the prompts for you so that you get the best output. And so here I'm going to say, go to the company's website using the domain field and find what problem they solve for their customer. And now it's going to create a prompt. And it looks good. I think sometimes I'll go back in and change it if the output doesn't look 100% correct. But for now, let's accept the prompt. Automatically adds it, automatically uses the domain that we're looking for, which is great. And let's save. And I'm going to do save and don't run again, just because I'm just going to use it for these two rows. So I'm just going to run it here, and we'll run it here. All right, so they loaded up, and let's take a look at what they gave us here. So if we click into it, it says Smile Identity solves problems for businesses, providing digital identity verification, fraud detection. Specific solutions include verification, email checks. Okay, this looks pretty solid. And here we go, solves challenges related to employee engagement, gamification, understand customer need, voice customer. Okay, looks good. And so now that we have that, the next thing we're going to do is create a sentence based on what's in that text. And so I'm just going to separate this out into a column. So I just click on inside the cell and then click add as column. And we're going to create column. All right, now we are going to create one sentence that would go in the beginning of the email so that it's different for each person that we reach out to and personalized based on what we know about the company. And so again, we're going to go back here. We're going to go add enrichment. You could just go right to the use. We'll just go to use AI. And it gives us, just populates again. Here, then I'm going to go back and change it to helium, the prompt. And so for this, again, so now we want to think about the sentence that we want to write. We want it to sound like it's coming from a person, not just like an AI regurgitating information. And so you have to be specific in terms of how you want the sentence structure. And so I'm going to go to I'll use the help me function. I think it's a great place to start. And so one tip for when you're doing prompts is to tell them who they should act like, to tell the AI who it should act like. And so here I'm going to say you're a sales person reaching out to prospect. Write one sentence that starts, I noticed that your company helps customers, and then the summary, the AI summary column to finish the sentence. Keep the sentence just about 15 words. And we're going to generate the prompt. If no relevant information is available, Right. I noticed that your company helps customers. Yeah. See, this isn't really what we want. So if no relevant information is available, I'm just going to add this at the end. If no relevant information is available, leave the column blank. And we're going to have it regenerate. And now we're going to accept the prompt. And let's see what we get here. So I'm going to do save and don't run because I'm just going to run it manually. And now it's going to generate this sentence. And let's see what the output is. It's not always perfect on the first try. Sometimes you got to go back and iterate a little bit. All right, let's see what we got here. I noticed that your company helps customers by providing secure digital identity verification and KYC compliance. Okay, that looks pretty good. I noticed that your company helps customers engage better and boost loyalty with Upshot.ai. Also looks pretty solid and concise. So if you were running a campaign and you wanted to create personalized emails to all these people, you could run this entire table. It would create these sentences for each one. And then you either do a native connection to your email service provider, or you can export it, upload it to your email service provider like Outreach or Instantly or SmartLead. But yeah, that's how you create personalized messaging at scale with Clay. Just a quick review on some of the skills that we learned here, which is finding companies, finding people, using their data integrations, doing a waterfall enrichment, validating the emails, and then using AI to learn about the company and write a single sentence that's personalized. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. Hey, thanks for watching that video. I hope you found it useful. If you want to learn more about AI tools, AI workflows, AI agents, AI news, I run a newsletter called Go to Market with AI that has over 10,000 subscribers, and I encourage you to check it out. I'll put the link below. Thanks.